I have with people about Chicago all the time, having lived in a couple of different places, is when I got to Chicago, right, I recognized how so many people in this city, regardless of what their industry is, the hustle is real. You know what I mean? I see what you're doing with Fashion Geek. I see what you're doing with Nine Bag. And I see what so many different people are doing around the city. And whatever their field is, whatever their game is. And, you know, how I want to ask Ryan, because I know that you've dealt with some laws when we talk about gun violence and things of that nature. How do you overcome the violence? And how do you still apply your hustle every day? Because I know you have to manage that. You have to manage the emotions, right? But you still have to put forth the effort. You still have to be focused enough that you have a successful business.
Yeah, I think just what Chicago does, I mean, it breeds something different. You know what I mean? We go places around the world and, you know, you meet so many different people. And from the people that have, you know, survived here and gone to do great things, you know, even the people sitting here now, I mean, people everywhere see that we are something different, you know, and it's supposed to be looked at as, you know, you had a friend that died and, you know, you might have lost something or a loved one, you know, and you're from Chicago, you should be all right, get over it, you know. And it's crazy, that stigma is what gives us our hustle, is what gives us our grind, that makes us just stick it out because we're supposed to be all right. When we're not, you know what I mean, you have people who have post-traumatic stress that's not diagnosed just in living everyday life, and you have to live through that because you should be okay. You know, you're a man here, you should be okay. And just like I said, with the documentary focusing on people who are helping within the community, like I said, it's some big stigmas that have to be addressed. One thing that stuck out to me the most is what I always speak on, which people, you know, tend to just overlook as what it is. You know, the Reverend said at the end that it'll take more than just the church. It has to take things that are actually overlooked. You know, and they said it in the beginning of the documentary, is that when you see the glitz and glamour down here, you know, and immediately 10 to 15 minutes south, west, or some parts north, you know, it seems as if it's a whole different world, and you're showing that it's okay to be in a different part of the city and then live differently. You can clearly come down here and be on Michigan Avenue in the summertime and see from the beginning of Michigan Avenue all the way to the end, possibly 6 to 8 officers on each corner, sometimes sitting down, sometimes leaning. On each corner, these officers are here to protect, you know, maybe a pickpocket, you know, maybe somebody swiping a bad card. And that presence is what's given down here. But if you had even a fraction of that presence on the south side where the murders are, or, you know, out west, something like that, you have blocks out there that aren't patrolled all day long for 10 to 20 blocks where nobody's ran down that block. There's somebody out there who knows ain't nobody coming down this block. I can kill somebody and get away. And that presence isn't out there. And if you're saying we don't have that police presence out there because you can't afford it, well, you have it right here. So when you do that and you have it down here and it's not out south, you're saying that it's worth more to protect the money than the lives. So why would you not address that in government? Why would you not address that in politics when that is the main thing that we have? You can put one officer on a block out there and then somebody who know they got to kill that person because whatever they're going through is like, man, I can't even go over there today because the police ride down the block all the time.
Facts.
And they don't do it.
Facts. Give it up for that. He's talking real talk a little bit.